YouTube, B Smokehouse, welcome back. Here we have a USDA choice round tip roast. Right, we've got a little fat striations in the meat, but not much to speak of. So a very lean piece of meat. Throughout this cooking process, we're going to be introducing moisture, also introducing fat to ensure we have a moist, succulent product. Now, I don't think I'm going to smoke this straight through like a brisket or like anything else that I cook on this channel. I think we're going to end up making some beef stew or something with this. However, I want to have the ability to build up a nice bark, and we're going to monitor this really well, and we're going to cook it nice and slow. I'm probably going to get up early in the morning and put this on, since I think it's going to take a better part of the majority of the day to cook. I've already seasoned that underside, and now we're going to get to the presentation side. So here I've got mustard and jalapeno juice. It's bringing more flavor, although you may not be able to taste this once the product is done. Right? So I'm going to get in there and massage this in. So today I'm going with a bit of salt, pepper, seasoned salt, and one of my favorite store-bought rubs. Not going as heavy as I normally do, although this looks heavy. Trust me, it is not. Just want to get that rubbed in. The surface is already moist, however, again, this is a lean piece of meat. So we're going to go down with black pepper first, making sure we get those sides. Nice light coat. Going with pepper first, because I want everything to fall in and around the pepper a little bit. Letting the salt bounce off my hands to stick to those sides. Get that pat in. It's coarse salt, so we want to make sure that it sticks. And then we're going with a light layer of seasoned salt. Alright. Get that down. And I'm trying to get this barked up before I move to the next step in cooking. So we're going to make sure that we have a lot of these seasonings down. So after that, I'm going with a topper of Cosmos cow cover. Really nice rub. Alright. Now this is going to sit here on my countertop for the next 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to let this get tacky. I'm going to put it on a cooling rack and get it into my fridge uncovered. I'll see you guys in the morning when I'm deciding what smoker I'm going to use to get this on and get it cooked. YouTube, today we're on a Pit Boss. I haven't used this thing in a while. As you can see, I still got some cleaning on it to do. But here is our roast. I've got me a wood box with some post-stove hickory wood chips. You can see it's smoking as we speak. One of the issues with this, and I believe all pellet smokers, is getting that true wood smoke flavor. So this is going to help. This is also going to help with some bark and some color. This is my firebox. Today we're running, I believe these are Pit Boss competition pellets, which is a mixture of oak, hickory, and cherry. So other than that, we're going to let this roll for the next 2 or 3 hours. I do believe I will be having to spritz. Generally, another issue with this particular smoker is that sometimes things dry out way faster than they do on other pits. So I find myself spritzing with apple cider vinegar and water a bit more frequently. We're going to let this go for the next 2.5 to 3 hours. I'll be checking every 30 to 45 minutes, and we're going to smoke on. Stay tuned. Alright, here's our product after about 4.5 hours in. In an effort to make sure this stays juicy, or as juicy as possible, I've got some prime beef tallow. This came from prime fat from a previous brisket that I did. I'm going to get it on here and give it a wrap. This will only stay another 30-45 minutes on that smoker. Then I'm going to go on with making this recipe again. Even in the recipe that I'm making, it's going to be done to make sure that this stays absolutely moist. This doesn't have much fat in it. It had a few pieces of it. However, I want to make sure this stays hydrated. Hence this beef tallow. Alright? A lot of people don't understand that even if we're making something that's packed full of juice, say like a soup or like a stew, if you have a very lean piece of meat, beef, pork, chicken, right, it is still quite possible to draw that protein out. So anything I'm doing from here on out is going to be in an effort to make sure that this does not dry out. So let's get this wrapped and back on the smoker. Again, this has been pretty much a hands-off cook. Now we're going to get this back on the smoker. Other than that, I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting on to the completion of this cook. Stay tuned. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get our sauce together. That's what this roast is going to set in for the remainder of its time cooking. Alright, so we're going to go down with our veggies. Got some fun on the bottom of that pan. So in this pan, I have been rendering beef fat. So I'm going to leave a lot of those drippings. I left a small layer of that beef fat in there along with those drippings. And I'm going to get to trying to release this pan. So my veggies consisted of carrots, onion, and celery. Nice, simple beef stew. So we're going for this portion of the pan. And the garlic in. Mix. Smells pretty good already. So remember that beef that came from that brisket I cooked a few weeks ago. It's prime grade fat. So short of it being Wagyu, it's some of the best beef fat you can get. Real clean flavor, real clean smell. A lot of fawns coming up. However, we're building fun of our own as well. Going in with some tomato paste. We're going to get this moving around. Trying to cook out some of that acidic taste from that tomato paste. Get the tomato paste out. We coat everything, and then when we deglaze, we get our liquid going. That tomato paste will help flavoring and help with color. Alright, we're starting to get more fun. Don't want to burn. Turn that fire back down. White wine, sweet white wine. Now, we're going to get that heat back up, because now we really want to scrape bottom of that pan, getting as much of that firmed up. Off camera, I went ahead and got in my water and chicken stock. It's the powdered chicken stock. I feel it's a bit more flavorful than the liquid stuff. Put in 2 bay leaves. Also went in with some Italian seasoning. And then other than that, we're going to get this roast on top. So I can wrap it in foil with a little opening. And then get this into the oven for the next hour or so. Alright, now we really, by the time this roast is tender, those potatoes, which I also added in here off camera, should be tender. Still really tough, so we still got a bit to go. Alright. It's going to sit here and braise. Alright. We'll know when that's ready because, again, it will be tender. And now I'm going to take these juices and we're going to get them into the party. Alright. Bring you guys back when something has changed. Stay tuned. Alright, here's the finished product. So I literally just finished pulling that sirloin tip. I forgot to mention that it was an actual choice grade sirloin tip. And I could tell that too because the amount of fat was pretty much non-existent. There was a bit of fat. There was a bit of fat in the middle of that sirloin tip roast. I wish it had more. However, for applications such as soups or where you're making stews, or in this case a beef stew, you're gonna cook it low and slow for, I mean, it cooked 4 hours on the smoker, and then it went another 3 hours in my oven in that delicious base that we made. All right, let's give it a taste so I can close this video out. Get one of those beautiful carrots and a potato. It's pretty good. The meat is tender. That meat had to be pulled. It's set in my oven at 375 for the last 3 hours. A piece of fall on it. I don't have a top for that restaurant pan. Can you see that? It's looking pretty good. What I like to do is, and I got me some Kool-Aid here on the side, I take my cornbread muffin, I dip it in that juice. Excellent. Hey, if you haven't already done so, you made it this far in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Till the next time. Be Smokehouse out.